every day, Kellan, I wake up and think, will I get to hear a sentence that is going to amuse and delight me? And yes, today was a good day. Today was a good day. Like Baby Muppets, but for World War II. Well, what are you gonna do when a Tyrogue attacks your village, Kellan? Hey, what's up, folks?
I don't know.
It's Graham from the Kill A Delibird, a podcast. I'm the one that doesn't know a whole lot about Pokemon, so I'm joined by Kellan to walk me through this crazy 90s, well, now we're in the 2000s anime. Johto journey continues. Today we'll be discussing 235, Tyrogue Full of Trouble, and episode 236, Xatu the Future. But first, let's banter a little. Let's set the mood. Let's get into things. Kellan, how's it going?
It's going.
Oh, every time. He's never given me an answer other than that.
Nope.
Than just pointing to the mythical it and commenting on its situation, which is
It
it's
sure
going.
sure is going.
Sure is going.
You know, when the world is like how it is, how you can't really ask for much more, can you?
That be how it do.
It do be like that.
No, but seriously, Kellan, what's been going on? Anything new? Anything new you want to talk about?
I don't know, man. Started Twilight Princess now.
Okay. So if you're going through this like 3D Zelda run. You start with Ocarina, and now in order, right? Now you're all the way at Twilight Princess.
I guess so.
It wasn't on
I didn't
purpose.
really intend that. No,
you just tripped into it.
Yeah. So I started Twilight Princess. I've only played it once. It's good, I remember, but there's fishing, and I'm not happy about fishing because I'm doing the 100%.
Sure is fishing.
So.
I have played the game 1.5 times. Which versions are you playing? And which versions have
HD.
you played before? The Wii U one.
HD and HD, yeah.
Is that the one you played for your first try of it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't get it on the GameCube or the Wii back in the day?
I have it on Wii, and I got it before HD came out. But I played a little bit on the Wii, and then I don't know why I just didn't continue it, but I think I got it on Wii, and then relatively soon after, they announced HD. Well, I was like,
okay.
oh, well, fuck it. All right. I'll just wait.
Gotcha. I played it on the GameCube back in the day, and then got the Wii U version. I only played like half of it, I think, when I was repeating it. We should finish it someday.
It's nice.
It's a decent game.
It's good.
Twilight,
I like Twilight
Princess is okay. So I've seen lists, like Zelda ranking lists. There's actually a lot of people who put Twilight Princess at number 1. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's definitely gotten that kind of. It's sort of settled into its Zelda overall ranking spot where people are like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's
settled pretty high in the end of things. People like it. For me, it's not that I dislike it, but it kind of ends up somewhere in the middle of the rankings for me. It's and that's just because you gotta pick if you're ranking them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I find it just a little bit slow. Like it feels very padded. It's like this big beast. And sometimes the sort of dark themes, I'm like, you're trying too hard. You're really trying to be like, this ain't like Wind Waker. It's like the demo, the GameCube demo again. We're dark. He's a wolf. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
After the Wind Waker criticisms, they overcorrected a little too much.
They overcorrected, which is where I actually liked the Skyward Sword art style better. I don't know if that's controversial. Where they
I don't think it's controversial to say
where
the art
they kind of went
good.
In the middle, right? Because like Wind Waker was all the way on the cartoon side. Twilight Princess was all the way on like 13-year-old Linkin Park edgelord side, and then we kind of combined the two in Skyward Sword. So I liked that look the best.
It's a good one. Skyward Sword is a very beautiful game. I would like to. I would rather have the HD version than when I go to 100% that one.
Yeah, I didn't
but
buy
I don't
the
have that
HD
yet,
version.
so.
Did you?
No, I don't have it yet. I have the original, but I don't have HD.
Me too. So
Skyward Sword is one that gets that one's on the bottom of a lot of people's lists.
Yeah, and I don't. It's not on the bottom of my list.
No,
so.
I like Skyward Sword. It goes on a little long, but
too. I mean, it also has pacing issues, and I was just criticizing Twilight Princess of that. I mean, I think most of the valid criticisms come from some of the aspects of the motion controls, but I don't dislike.
I never had a problem with the motion controls.
I mostly didn't have a problem either. Yeah. There was like one fight, I think, with that like skull pirate remember, in the desert?
Oh, yeah.
I remember having some issues there, but for the most part, I liked it. Yeah, I didn't have an issue. But that hate was overblown.
I'm just excited in Twilight Princess to explore the world properly, because I didn't really do that the first time. Like, I did a little exploration, but I didn't get nearly, 100%. So I'm excited to see what all is out there and whatnot, and also revisit the dungeons, because I remember the dungeons being great, and that's one of, the praises that Twilight Princess gets, is that the dungeons are top tier.
Well, yeah, they are. Like, I am also kind of stretching my memory a bit here because it's been a long time. But in terms of how they use the items of the dungeons, really creative stuff. Yeah.
Like, I remember liking the water dungeon, whatever, Lake Bed Temple, I think it's called.
I don't even remember that one.
And
I'm sure it's
Arbiter's
good.
Grounds and Snow Peak Ruins.
Yeah. Arbiter's Ground is a big one. And then what's the one in the sky? It's probably called Sky Temple or something.
City in the Sky.
Yeah, that one's badass too.
I don't remember that one that much.
So it's the one where you get the double hook shot, I think?
Yeah, the double claw shot, and it's with the weird ukus, however the hell you pronounce that. I've never known.
I don't know. Is that the dragon thing?
No, they're the little weird chickens.
Oh, the weird
with human
chickens
heads.
with human heads. Yeah.
The Ookos.
Yeah.
The ukus.
You know what? That part of Twilight Princess fucking slaps.
The weird chickens.
I'm into the weird chickens. That's some berserk shit where things that shouldn't have faces, and you're like, ooh.
I did the first dungeon today, and I remember that the Okus are like your teleport out of the dungeon. They're kind of like the Furor's Wind from Ocarina of Time of Twilight Princess. And it's so funny because when Link finds it, you know how when he usually finds an item, he's excited, he's happy, he's got a big smile on. But when he picks up the Okus, he has the face of, what the fuck is this thing?
Yeah, he's like, am I having a nightmare? Like, what on earth?
It is the physical embodiment of, huh?
Oh, for sure.
It's amazing.
I like that. It was very horror manga, actually.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah.
So I'll update y'all on Twilight Princess as we go, because it'll probably be a long one. I'll be here for a while.
I should replay that at some point too. Because that is one I've only played all the way through once. So
it's good.
Yeah, it is. Well,
anyway,
Kellan, do you want to talk about Pokemon or what's going on? This is a Pokemon podcast.
I was thinking we would just talk Zelda for 2 hours.
This is a Zelda podcast. We are going to review the 90s Zelda cartoon. Is that where Excuse Me Princess comes from, or is it the CDI games? I don't remember.
No, that's the show.
Okay,
but it's
let's
Zelda
review
podcast.
The show.
gut check right now. Rank all the Zeldas. Ready? Go. Number 1, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Link Between Worlds, Link's Awakening, and Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time. That's all I got right now.
Yeah,
off the top of my head.
It's hard to do that off the top of my head. Our list would be very different, which is cool. It's Link's Awakening.
Echoes of Wisdom. Put that one above Ocarina.
The Oracle games, number 2.
I need to properly play those ones still.
Ocarina of Time, number 3.
Boo, basic take.
It's just good. Link to the Past, number 4. Then maybe Skyward Sword.
Ooh, that's a take.
It's actually pretty high on mine. Then,
that's good.
Then Majora's Mask. Then
Majora's Mask way too low.
Well, Majora's Mask maybe can go a couple slots
so
higher.
Good.
Yeah. What am I missing? Then Twilight Princess, I guess. Then what haven't I said? Oh, I didn't put Breath. I didn't put Breath of the Wild anywhere.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild's in the middle somewhere too. I don't know. I guess it's right up. I guess Breath of the Wild's right above Majora's Mask. Yeah. Okay.
We both missed the original 2, and
I did. They're at the bottom, frankly.
Yeah, for me too. I mean, if I grew up in the 80s, then maybe. But
no, I mean they're great. I mean, Zelda 2 is the worst Zelda game.
I actually enjoyed when I played Zelda 2. I actually enjoyed it.
I did too. It's like pizza. Bad Zelda game is still a good is still a good experience, but it's still at the bottom just because something's got to be at the. Actually, no, I take that back. Triforce Heroes is at the bottom. But
yeah, you brought that one up.
But Zelda 2 is right above it.
We also missed the DS games, which I would put at the bottom. And then Minish Cap, which I would put in the middle somewhere. I really like Minish Cap.
Minish Cap's in the middle. I mean, yeah, the DS games are closer to the bottom. They're not dead last for me.
Phantom Hourglass would be dead last for me.
Oh, Phantom Hourglass is probably 4th or 5th last for me. I actually like that game. I don't know why I get so much shit.
It is okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
But the rest of them are better than that.
I think it's better than Spirit Tracks. I think it's better than Triforce Heroes. I think
But
it's
you
better
get
than
the
Zelda 2.
choo-choo train in Spirit Tracks.
You like Zelda 2 more than Phantom Hourglass?
Sure, you can crouch stab the final boss, and it's very funny.
I mean, that is pretty sweet. Yeah, and I Am Error, and there's like a prostitute or a sex worker.
There's an escort. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's a pretty sick game, but it's still down there. Zelda 1 is so interesting to me because it's got everything's there. Like you play it and it's like it's a complete Zelda game. They almost have not changed it that much, except for making it a way more accessible and fun.
Yeah. Except for the fact that now
but
Zelda
the soul of it is all there.
Yeah,
it's all the same.
I would love them to make a modern remake of the original.
That's basically Breath of the Wild.
No, but like 2D upscaled, but make it more accessible, but keep the open world, 8 dungeons, whatever.
Yeah, you could. I think that might just make it like even crustier, but I would still play that if they did that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would play it.
Anyway, okay. I think that's enough Zelda.
Wait, one last thing. Have you ever beaten the first one?
Yes, I have.
Oh, me too. I have not beaten the second quest thing, though.
Me neither.
You?
That's going to be my 100% run.
Even the first run through is fucking hard.
Oh, it's brutal. It's goddamn brutal.
It's a really hard game.
Final levels, complete balls. Dude.
And I didn't play with save states either. I played the GameCube version, but I did use a guide.
Oh, you have to use a guide. You can't get through that game on your own. I didn't use save states for a while. The final level was just kicking me in the nuts over and over again. I was like, fuck it.
So hard.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, I want to talk about Pokemon.
Yes, let's do it.
What do you think of these episodes, Kellan?
They're fun.
Yeah, they're fun. They're weird.
Yeah.
Couple of little goofball episodes, Creature of the Week kind of things. We see a couple new Pokemon we haven't seen before. So we got episode 235, like I said, Tyrogue Full of Trouble, and then episode 236, Xatu the Future. Tyrogue the Trouble is about a little fighting Pokemon and a karate dude, and they punch and scream. Xatu the Future is about birds that are omnipresent in the past and the future, but they're which seems extremely powerful. It could change the geopolitical landscape, but they're delegated to be kind of shitty weather vanes.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kellan, what would be the toughest things, do you think, for a Xatu to predict? That's what we're going to get
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Would you happen to have 10 of them for me?
I got 10 of them. These are the top 10 toughest things for a Xatu to predict. Number 10, let's get it out of the way. I use this joke all the time. What the rock is cooking? Will the Xatu have any clue?
No, I don't think so. No one's ever figured that one out.
I don't think so either. And number 9, can the Xatu tell if a jalapeno pepper is going to be spicy or not? Have you noticed how fucking roulette those things can be? Sometimes a jalapeno pepper is like, this isn't that spicy. It's just kind of sweet. It's kind of nice. And then sometimes it's like, holy fuck, this thing is killing me and it will kill my butthole soon. It is hold my whole digestive tract ransom and I don't know what to do.
Maybe not to that extent. I don't think I've had a jalapeno like that. Are you sure it was a jalapeno and not like a Carolina
I don't even
Reaper?
know. People were screaming, crying. It was like a scene out of
pissing, shitting, coming.
Coming. You ever have a pepper so spicy
hot,
you just jizz in your pants?
Wow, we're off to a great start today. We're off to a great start today.
Well, you want to get political then? Number 8. What the fuck is going to happen with the tariffs in 90 days? Xatu has no idea.
No one does. There's no entity on Earth.
Not a living soul, yeah. I agree.
No.
Well, no living soul knows this next one either. Number 7, when Game Freak is going to make games that run well.
Hey, Legends ZA. I'm so sorry, Canadians. It's just how it's been said all the time. Doesn't look bad, honestly. I'm going to say it. It doesn't look bad. But we'll see when it comes out.
The Switch 2 version?
Yeah.
Ran smoother.
I think it looks all right.
Yeah, we'll see.
But we'll see.
It's a little bland looking. Texture-wise.
Hey, I'll take a little blandness to make it run well.
I will too, actually.
That's how low my bar is with Pokemon.
Just want something fun and fluid. Yeah. Agreed. Well, number 6, I have a tough time with this, so does Xatu. Predicting Kellan's movie tastes. It's always a coin flip with me. I'm like, will you like this movie? And then you're like, oh, it was so boring. Okay. But this like fucking weird comedy from 2006 I've never heard of. It's fucking amazing. Like, okay.
I can't think of any comedies from 2006 that I've seen. Let me.
I don't know,
Comedies
the Benchwarmers or
2006.
something.
Oh, of course. Oh,
What
yeah,
year
that's
is
the
that
first one
from?
on 2006. That's the first
I'm a genius.
first fucking result. That's what it is.
I didn't even.
That's what the
I wasn't even 100% sure if that was 2006. I knew
Oh,
it was
Employee of the Month?
era. See?
I like that one.
See?
I've seen that one a few times.
There you go.
Yeah.
I knew it.
There you go. Borat was 2006. That's a great one.
Wait, Borat was 2006 too?
Yeah, apparently.
Sweet.
Very nice.
Good year for stupid comedies.
Great year for stupid comedies. They aged like fine wine. All of them, I'm sure.
Every single bad comedy.
Every single comedy.
Okay.
Anyway, what number were we on?
Number 5 now. Toughest things for Xatu to predict. How Ash wins battles. How the heck does that ever happen?
I don't know. He might need to consult Mew 3 on that one.
Oh, yeah. Mew 3 and Xatu team up in the future to predict things. We'll see.
There you go. Oh, there's a there's a
if
premise.
Mew 3 gets his hands on a Xatu, calibrates it. Number 4.
4.
When will Brock take a cold shower and calm down?
Never.
Xatu
Xatu
has
knows
no
that one,
idea.
and the answer is never.
Xatu knows the answer is never.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I'm totally wrong. This list is a fraud.
Throw
it
it
was
away.
predictable all along.
Number 3.
Number 3, when Ash will evolve a Pokemon.
Yeah, who knows?
That also might be never, but no, it happens every once in a while.
I don't even remember when the next one is. We might not
Or
have
who-
one for the rest of Johto.
Or who it could be. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
either. I don't remember there being a Meganium. Not that I would know, but did I say that
I
right?
don't
Is
know.
that the Bayleaf evolution?
Meganium, yeah. Yeah. Correct.
Might just
you got
be
it.
Bayleaf forever.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
Number 2, what Sega Saturn game Graham's gonna play next?
Ooh.
It's just a random number generator, so I don't know if Xatu can predict that.
And hey, if you want to know some of Graham's wife's thoughts on the Sega Saturn games that they play, check out the Patreon. Link in description, patreon.com/TKAD podcast. Or for only $5 a month, you can get $0 worth of content.
Yeah, it's shitty, but I sometimes play Sega Saturn games and my wife blogs about it, so there's that.
There you go.
Sega Saturn, totally unknown, underappreciated console. It's weird. It's a weird system.
It's a weird system. Put that on the box.
Yeah. And number 1, how Graham will pronounce Suicune. Suicune.
It's not that hard.
Well, Xatu can't pronounce. No, Xatu can't predict me pronouncing. I wonder if Xatu can pronounce it. Can't even
Probably.
talk.
It's like omniscient, so it probably figured that
Probably
one out.
knows.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we get into episode 235? Tyrogue Full of Trouble.
Yeah, let's talk about that one.
All right.
Our gang begins walking in a cave. Okay, so they've got this shortcut. They see the exit. Ash is like, see, I knew I was right. There's an exit. Okay, cool. They run out, and there's what looks to be an injured Pokemon sitting there.
Yeah, this is a Tyrogue.
Oh.
The titular Tyrogue.
Now, they dex this thing, and it's wrong right away, isn't it?
Yep.
Kellan?
Yeah,
Okay,
it says
walk me through
the
this.
evolved form of Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, which is just false. It's
So,
a pre-evolved form.
remind me, is it like considered the baby form? Or
Yes,
it's just,
it is a
yeah,
baby.
Okay.
The baby is its own classification, and Tyrogue is in fact one of them.
Okay, so this is a baby fighting Pokemon. And yeah, this is where they introduced
Well, it's a baby fighting type. It doesn't fight babies.
how many babies could Tyrogue take?
Probably a few, considering
uh,
babies can't really fight.
Yeah, but what about baby Pokemon like Pichus? How many Pichus could it take?
Oh, probably not that many. Tyrogue's kind of ass.
Oh, Tyrogue's not very good. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, none of the babies are. We don't really talk about them in terms of viability.
Well, babies aren't supposed to be good.
Exactly. They're cute and they evolve into things. And the whole point when they introduced this thing, right, was that it could evolve into one of the 3 fighting Pokemon, right? Chan, Lee, and
Yep.
Top. The Hitmon bros.
Yep. If Tyrogue's defense stat is higher than its attack stat at level 20, it evolves into Hitmonchan. If its attack is higher than its defense, it's Hitmonlee. And if its attack and defense are equal, then it's Hitmontop.
Now, how do you control those? Like, are they random?
Vitamins, effort values, stuff like that.
Outside of vitamins, is it random?
If you're just sort of playing casually and not
That's what I'm
trying
wondering,
to.
yeah.
If you're not trying to influence it, then yeah, it would pretty much be random.
Okay.
Based on IV's individual values or
Right.
DV's determinate values in Gen 2. But you can influence it if you want to. It is possible to get whichever one you
doping,
want.
essentially, which
Yep,
is cool.
pretty much.
You can put your Tyrogue on T if you want to get it to be a Hitmonchan.
Put some
Never
steroids
skip
into that
leg
baby.
day to get Hitmonlee, and just fucking stick it in a dishwasher or something to get or a washing machine to get Hitmontop.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah.
Washing machine in the Pokemon universe actually is an item that equalizes the Pokemon stats.
Oh,
So,
it all
yeah.
comes together, and you'd have a high rotations per minute that episode.
You would. And also, they're very staticky if you don't put it in the dryer sheet. Your Hitmontop's going to come out with frizzy hair, and it's a mess.
You're just getting shocked every time. I didn't know you were an electric type.
Yeah.
All right.
But no, that's Tyrogue.
Yeah. So
Little tyke.
there is Tyrogue. Brock thinks it's hungry, but doesn't want a snack from Brock anyways.
Well, maybe he doesn't like that kind of food. So Brock opens up the bag, and he snatches it and runs. All the food. Takes it. Go.
Putting the rogue in Tyrogue.
It calls, and a bunch of acorns fall from the tree. No, the gang's only weakness. Acorns.
What are we going to do?
Fuck. Well, a Primeape and a Mankey come out. They all run together. Bayleaf chases them up some boulders.
Passing the jar up. Like, these are clearly his, getaway monkeys.
He's chasing them up some boulders, nearly kills one of them with a falling boulder. But some black belt with a Hitmonlee and a Hitmonchan come out of nowhere and smash it. Wacha!
Yeah, don't you? Whenever a boulder's flying at me, I just pray for a karate guy. There better be a karate guy around, or else I'm getting squished.
Karate guy.
Yeah, Deus Ex karate guy. Did you Shoryuken a boulder into pieces?
Tyrogue and the others just walk away.
Yeah, they run. I mean, okay, so the karate guy fills us in here. All right. Well, actually, Ash just starts bragging immediately. Gyms, 6 badges.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we learn, because the karate man is really impressed. You beat Chuck. Okay, this guy's Chuck's apprentice. His name's Kyo.
Yep. Yeah, and I love this bit because they've been talking for 20 seconds, and he's like, wow, that means you beat Master Chuck. And they're like, you know Chuck? And he's like, I guess I should have told you earlier. When was earlier?
You're like, no, this was an appropriate order of events.
This worked for a conversation.
Yeah, this was fine.
You beat Master Chuck. Why you call him Master? Oh, I'm his apprentice. That is a natural flowing conversation.
I should have told you earlier. No.
There was no earlier. Earlier was when you saved them from a falling boulder.
People make fun of anime for a bunch of reasons, right? Kind of like the cringe, and sometimes the overt sexualization, sometimes the yelling. I actually think the core cringiness of anime comes from weird, unnatural dialogue like this.
Yep.
Like that, it's only an anime where people talk like that. I should have told you something that I shouldn't have told you, but I could tell you. And you're like, what? What?
Huh? That doesn't make any sense. And I mean, maybe some of it made a little more sense in Japanese, and they were just kind of filling the air that they needed to fill. But still, that's just bad writing.
It's something like that. It's partly because I've heard anyways, I don't speak, but Japanese has kind of ritualistic sayings. Like people will repeat themselves a lot. There's things you say just for the sake of saying them that are sort of part of the song and dance of socialization that don't necessarily translate that well. So these are kind of the best, at least when you're translating quickly, kind of goofy stuff kind of happens. And you see that in old JRPGs too, right? Like in Final Fantasy VII, there is the phrase, let's mosey. Never forget, somebody translated the phrase, let's mosey.
I say that all the time. What are you talking about?
I love
let's
it.
mosey on out of here. Kyo, yes, this black belt, says he's training for the P1 Grand Prix. Hey, we've heard of that.
Continuity,
we know what that is.
high five.
Oh my god.
That's rare.
And so we have a question here from Justin Trudeau Duo.
Canada joke.
Well done. Kyo talks about the P1 Grand Prix. What do you think Ash's Primeape is doing this instant, and can Tyrogue beat him in a fight?
Oh.
Now, for everyone who doesn't remember, the P1 Grand Prix is where we last left Ash's Primeape after he had it for 2 episodes.
Yeah, so that could be the fun showdown of the century here. Kyo's, this random Tyrogue in the future, no spoilers, versus Ash's left Primeape. Who would win? I
Mhm.
don't know. I mean, that Primeape's been just bench pressing since you left him, I think.
Yeah, you
What
left
was
him
that?
to train, and
Yeah, I don't
never
remember
went
the
back to
guy's
him.
name, but he was pretty intense too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every fighting Pokemon trainer is kind of the same. They just like are really intense and they yell a lot and they punch the air.
And they're all about punching and kicking.
Yeah.
There's no nuance in there.
Like
It's
work
all about
and like work ethic. They're
working
all about
out,
like
yeah.
waking
Oh,
up
yeah,
at
that too.
dawn and punching shit and
go.
standing under waterfalls and yeah.
So that's what Primate's probably doing. I think Primate
I think he's been
might also
training
be
for
like
so long that I think he's probably
Yeah.
pretty good.
he's probably an Annihilate by now. I mean, it's been so long. It's been like 8 generations. It feels like we have
It's been
that one
so
now.
long that he
He
skipped
died.
into Gen 8.
Yeah, he died
Wow.
of anger, and now he's an Annihilate.
Oh
So.
yeah, that's the ghost one.
Yeah,
That's
It's
so
sick.
sick. Angry
I don't know
death.
what. No one was asking for a Primate evolution, and they gave us like the coolest thing.
That's great.
Yeah,
Cherry on top. Thank you, Game Freak, for
Mhm.
Annihilate.
maybe he's playing chess. Who knows? Maybe he's like
Oh, maybe he's
turned his
chess
life
boxing.
in a completely that too in a completely other direction.
Chess boxing rules.
I'll take your word for it.
You never watched the Twitch
Sounds
events
silly.
of that?
Nope. Of course not.
I guess there was only one of them. Yeah, there like Ludwig did a chess boxing event. Go check it out. You can probably check the VODs again. It was
Okay.
wild. One of the rounds they did a Smash boxing where you played Super Smash Brothers Melee in between.
Oh,
boxing.
that kind of Smash. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay,
no,
gotcha.
not like dicks out. Yeah, like no.
Yeah.
It's a family event.
I hope so. There's no better place to train than the mountains, says this guy. Brock wonders why that Tyrogue ran off with the food. And we get a bunch of backstory. It's been causing a lot of problems and stuff, and then Brock hits us with a great. So it's doing it just for kicks?
Duh.
Yeah, good one.
More like punches, Brock.
And some guy comes in telling him the scoundrel's at it again. Oh no. So you
Yeah,
go down
cut
to a ranch.
vandalized farm. That Tyrogue's been vandalizing the whole nearby village, apparently. Tyrogue, the Mankey, and the Primeape, now we see them harassing Tauroses in a field. Or Tauros. Harassing Tauros, that's the plural. They're causing a stampede. They're gunning for Mufasa, Kellan.
Oh god. Everybody run! Togepi is just distracted by a Butterfree, which was very cute. But Tyrogue, as they're stampeding, Tyrogue jumps in to save Togepi and gets back on the Tauros.
That's
interesting.
nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
He's got some heart. He won't kill a baby.
So Kaio takes the bull by the horns, quite literally, throws it to the side. Tyrogue throws Togepi, and they stampede off.
I wrote down that as well, Kellan. Was it just that easy of a joke? Like,
Oh,
he
of course.
literally jumps in there, and that's his solution for everything.
Grabs
Kyo
Tauros
is
by the horns, yeah.
He's kind of beta Chuck in the sense that he's not as entertaining as Chuck, but he's still got that, like, ridiculous physicality to him. Where, charging Tauros. Okay, so Ash would probably bring out Bayleaf and have him, like, turn the Tauros around with a Vine Whip or something. But Kyo just grabs it. Jumps in front. I could just grab it.
Hands-on.
Hands-on approach, yes.
Team Rocket, they're watching from the bushes. Meowth wants that Tyrogue on their team. It's sure a winner. Wobbuffet pops out, but the losers have to go back to the showers. Aww.
No.
Wobbuffet.
Well, why dawdling when we can be drafting? They're impressed with little Tyrogue and want to recruit him into their rogues gallery.
Which, I feel like your prospects could be a lot higher, Team Rocket, than a Tyrogue. You could have, like, anything else.
To give you credit, they do that thing where they introduce a shitty Pokemon, but make it seem pretty cool.
Yeah. You do that every fucking episode. Every time a shitty Pokemon's on screen, they're like, this is the best Pokemon ever. Who wouldn't want this thing?
I mean, first of all, they say that it's the evolved form of Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee.
Yeah.
So right away, you're like, oh, is this thing stronger? And then they make it seem like it's like way quicker, right? That it's like the speed fighter. Like maybe there's like the strength fighter and the special fighter, and now this is the speed fighter. Oh my god! But no, it's not like that. But that's what it
Imagine
seems like.
if it was the evolved form, and you have your cool Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan, and it's like, oh, it's evolving, and it becomes this fucking thing.
It's like smaller and sickly.
It gets tiny and shit.
It loses its muscles.
Yeah. What a disappointment.
That's true.
So the people of the village, rather,
The
not the band,
start singing in there.
Yeah. Macho man in the Navy. In the Navy. They want to go to Officer Jenny and throw the Tyrogue in jail. Now that creates an interesting question. Are people in Pokemon jails one and the same?
Oh boy. I mean, it's almost like anthropomorphic Pokemon go to jail. Like they are processed by the justice system. And it doesn't matter even though they're actually a Pokemon, but like Mr. Mime, Jinx, lock them up.
Oh no. Oh, fan art list. We haven't added something to the fan art list in a while. Tyrogue being tried as an adult.
Oh god. Well, Kellan, it didn't used to be this way till all the other countries, Venezuela, France, they opened up their jails, the open borders, they just poured it all in.
Oh god. No. That's
it's
too
all
serious.
Too real. Bad policy, Kellan.
Oh fuck.
The Mr.
What
Mimes,
does the world come
they're
to?
filling up our jails. The Mr. Mimes are everywhere.
Oh, it's too real, man. It's too real.
I know. It's like equal parts scary and funny, and I just don't know what to do with that.
Oh yeah, like it would be so interesting to read a book about it.
Yeah,
like a fiction book. It would be a great dystopian novel.
That's right.
But I don't want to live in that. You know?
Well, let's go back to the fantasy world. Mr. Mime's in jail is pretty funny, eh, Kellan?
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yes.
Okay,
Mr. Mime
the villagers are conflicted,
where they should be,
bringing in the cops, but they'll rob poor Tyrogue of its future. And Kyo's like, "Don't bring the fuzz in. I can change him.
I can fix him, father." They have to give this guy a chance. That's what it boils down to. He's got an idea to change Tyrogue. They got to give it a chance, so they're going to do that. We learn Tyrogue seems to have a problem with Pokemon that are larger than it, and also with humans. It's an abandoned Pokemon. Its trainer left in the middle of some really vigorous training, and we get a flashback. Kyo's training under a waterfall when he sees Tyrogue collapse. It was so hungry, so Kyo feeds it, but it lashes out, won't let him get near it. His heart became hard and cold, so Kyo wants it to fight with him and his Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee in the P1 Grand Prix,
which he thinks will melt Tyrogue's heart.
Meanwhile, Tyrogue and the gang, they knock down some apples from a tree when a Sandshrew and a Skiploom and Hoppip come along being like, "We need food, we're hungry. We couldn't get those apples." And so Tyrogue gives them the apples, and it was really cute and sweet.
That was nice. Yeah, this is point 2 showing us that Tyrogue fits into that, like, kind of mischievous evil, where he's like lashing out, but he's clearly, like, a redeemable and good individual at heart.
Yeah. And then suddenly, there's Team Rocket just standing on the path.
Yeah.
Like, "Hey, Tyrogue, what's up?"
Speaking of a different kind of evil, Team Rocket's there. "Join us. We're nasty," they say. "Come in the next 10 minutes.
There's a Team Rocket drinking glass he'll get. He joins soon. The offer won't last long. Jesse just takes the Sandshrew's apple, and Tyrogue, that pisses it off so much, he just blasts him off again.
Yeah, oh my god. Do you think you can just bully around the sweet little innocent creatures that Tyrogue was helping? Come on.
Not when Tyrogue is in the building. You're not gonna mess with the Sandshrew.
So now we cut to we just cut to the actual conflict. Kyo finds Tyrogue and they're gonna battle. Okay.
Yep. He challenges, Tyrogue steps forward, Hitmonchan lunges in, goes for a punch attack, which isn't a thing. There are many different kinds of punch attacks.
Mega punch, thunder punch, fire punch, ice punch. Is that all?
Vacuum wave. I think that's considered a punch.
Oh, okay.
I think that's Gen 4. Battle theme comes on. Tyrogue dodges it. Kyo yells, "Finish the job with a mega punch." Bitch, you haven't started the job.
You haven't even started. You're getting so far ahead of yourself.
You haven't hit the guy.
Typical fighting type trainer. Always thinking of the results.
Tyrogue jumps. Hitmonchan misses and smashes a boulder, and then Tyrogue just hits him right on the head. Hitmonchan's out immediately. Pathetic showing. So in comes Hitmonlee.
Yeah, this Channy up to it. Lee's gonna show us how it's done. Starts with the rolling kicks.
So Tyrogue does a matrix dodge to avoid it, which was pretty cool, and starts double teaming
Yeah, duplicates all around. It's like, oh, it's been a while since we hung out with Scyther. We used to see this move all the time.
Scyther! You're like, how do you battle against that? He can't figure out which one's which.
You used to do this all the time.
When they say, how do you battle against that, that's me asking that. Because I hate evasion strats. They're so boring.
Oh.
You can't fight. You can't fight it. It's
Outlaw
you just miss.
it. Ban it.
It's bullshit. Well, Tyrogue headbutts it, and down goes Hitmonlee. And then suddenly he gets roped.
Of course.
It's Team Rocket. Yeah. But we get a full motto revamp while they're in boxing gear.
This was a great chant.
It was. Prepare for trouble as Tyrogue sails away, and make it double because we really can't stay. Pow! To protect the world with a mean right hook. Wham! To unite all peoples with my kickboxer look. To denounce the evils of honest fights. To extend our arms and punch out your lights. Jesse, James, and Team Rocket's the winner at the speed of light, so surrender at once because we've just won this fight. That's right. Pretty solid.
Very
they
solid.
They got cool outfits.
I think you got to give, we'll see if we pull Team Rocket champ, but I love this one because it not only was unique, not only did it have fun animation, it fit the theme. That's great. That's great. They so often will pull out like a killer like fishing themed one when the episode's got nothing to do with fishing.
The episode, we're in the desert.
Yeah, they're in the desert and they do a fucking fishing theme motto and you're like, that was great, but like why?
Yeah.
So this was perfect.
This was topical, yeah. And thematic. It was great. They just claim Tyrogue has joined Team Rocket without any like papers or anything. No way to back that up.
Well, and as we learned last week, there is a pretty big process to joining Team Rocket, which they don't want to acknowledge at all.
No, they do not. So they take off in the balloon. Ash chases, and so does Kyo. Kyo scales the mountains and jumps on the balloon. James is like, we should probably prepare to blast off. Because Kyo just punches a hole in the balloon.
I know, this guy's so awesome.
Wild.
He's solving so many problems by just jumping and punching.
It's so sick. The balloon goes down. Kyo scales down the rope to save Tyrogue. The balloon crashes into a mountain. Tyrogue's free. He's got it in his arms. But a boulder is coming right for them. And Kyo, I wrote this in my notes, and we'll get to why this is interesting and funny in a bit. But I wrote, Kyo atlases the hell out of this boulder.
Oh,
he's holding it on his shoulders. And he's talking to Tyrogue.
Yeah, he's like, believe in me. Open up your heart.
Forgive and forget the past. Trust in me. Live and learn. Hanging on the edge.
And this truly was the edge of tomorrow.
Wow, Sonic, that really was an adventure too.
Oh, God.
Battle.
Battle.
Team Rocket. They're still there. And Meowth pulls out look at this Atlas wannabe, and I was like, oh shit.
You're like, that's what I thought.
That's what I put in my notes, Meowth. We're like, we're right there.
You and Meowth, two peas.
Oh my God. And we get the epic final boss music as the gang pulls in. Onyx comes out to get rid of the big boulder. They're like, are you okay? And Kyo's like, yeah, I do that every day before breakfast.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? Yeah. So that's his morning training routine.
Holding a giant boulder.
Yeah.
Team Rocket, they still want that Tyrogue. Fighting for things that don't belong to them is their specialty. So out come Arbok and Weezing. Poison Sting and Sludge. Onyx just takes the Poison Sting, but Pikachu thunderbolts right through the Sludge, knocking him back. Onyx tackles. Team Rocket go blasting off again, as they say, cue the blast off line.
And now back to basics, back to the ground floor. Kyo then immediately challenges Tyrogue to battle. I don't care about this trauma we're fighting. Yes, just like Chuck would, humans and Pokemon should fight and train together. So he's going to show his own battle prowess. Tyrogue
attempt to beat up a baby.
A threatening battle pose. Yeah, Kyo, you're going to punch a baby?
Would you punch a baby for $1 million?
Heck yeah, I'd punch a baby.
I'd punch a baby for $5.
Okay, what if they were a racist baby?
What if the baby was Hitler?
What if the baby had been stealing identity theft from from Hitler? The baby was stealing from Hitler's bank account, pretending to be Hitler.
That's some Robin Hood shit.
Would you punch that baby?
I wouldn't punch that baby.
But he was
I'd punch the Hitler baby.
No, but it was before he was Hitler, and he was actually the reason that Hitler was poor and rose up in politics.
Oh, it was like baby
it's his
and
origin
baby Hitler.
story. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Baby Muppets, but for World War II.
Like Baby Muppets, but for World War II.
Put that on a
Every
shirt and
once in
smoke
a
it.
while, actually not every once in a while, every day, Kellan, I wake up and think, will I get to hear a sentence that is going to amuse and delight me? And yes, today was a good day. Today was a good day. Like Baby Muppets, but for World War II. Fuck yeah.
That's an anime. Oh.
Baby Muppets, but they're all World War II leaders. You've got Baby Mussolini, Baby Hitler, Baby Churchill, Baby FDR, Baby Stalin, and they all live together and they share a crib. Hit us up, funders of shows. Hit us up, Netflix.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
I can't name a single cartoon creation company hit us up, Disney. I don't know.
Well, no, we would make puppets. And we would do it.
Okay, yeah, puppets. Of course.
Let's go for a live action Baby Muppets World War II.
Yeah. Oh fuck, that's such a good idea.
It truly
we can teach the youths all about World War II.
And
get them started early.
Yeah.
Grade 1. World War II and you.
World War II and you.
Oh man. We come up with such great ideas.
Yeah, now we're gonna pat ourselves on the back for 5 minutes.
Yep.
No, Kellan. Don't lose sight. Let's keep it pumping. Let's keep pumping. Well, they're fighting. They're fighting each other. Punching babies.
He's beating up a baby. Tyrogue punches. Kyo blocks. Tyrogue double teams. And Kyo just sits down. He's like, I'll just play this out. I'm cool.
Yeah, he's meditating, right? And that's really the key to it, because then when Tyrogue stops double teaming and attacks, Kyo can block it immediately. He's doing that blood sport thing. Hidoshi, listen. He's listening to the spirits around him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The chi.
He goes for another lunges in again, Tyrogue. But Kyo grabs him, throws him in the water. Tyrogue can't stay up. Oh no. His blue bandana he has been wearing this whole episode falls off. Symbolism. Cinema. Ooh.
Kyo holds him, baptizes him, some might say, and says, let's train together, and gives him a red scarf to show.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Gives him a red scarf to show that Tyrogue has officially walked across the aisle and is now running as a Republican. Tulsi Gabbard.
Not you too.
Is so impressed.
Tyrogue and Meowth in 2 weeks.
Oh my god, so many grifters.
Oh goodness. Yeah, he gives him the bandana. Tyrogue seems conflicted by all this, but sappy music comes on as Tyrogue eventually agrees. Kyo's even gonna let Primeape and Mankey come along, and everybody laughs for some reason.
Yeah, it was that classic end of the episode laugh where you're like, I don't know why they're laughing. Real funny stuff.
Freeze frame. And then credits
and then our last cut is they just are all saying goodbye and they wave.
Yeah, good luck, blah, blah, blah. Our heroes learned a valuable friendship about the healing power of true friendship, or a valuable lesson about the healing power of true friendship. Aww. And that's the episode. Now, you want to know something about why I like this episode?
Yes, I would love to hear that.
The allusion to the games. Now, it would make sense that this cave that they start off in is Mount Mortar, because Mount Mortar is a cave between Ecruteak and Mahogany.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who you can find in Mount Mortar? I don't remember if it's post-game or not.
Tyrogue?
Black Belt Kyo,
no.
who has a Hitmonlee and a Hitmonchan, and if you beat him, he gives you a Tyrogue.
Oh, fuck yeah. Kellan, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody cheers.
And everybody clapped. That happened.
That's great.
Yeah, I love that a little bit.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Great. It's like the Sudowoodo. It's not quite exactly how the game goes, but it's like it's got the elements in the same location, and they just mix it up a little bit.
It's a clear illusion.
Yeah,
you're following Ash through the journey through the same map that you went through in the games is what it feels like, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is a great little touch.
It is great.
I did not know that. That is awesome.
Yeah, that Tyrogue is a very hidden kind of thing. It's like deep in Mount Mortar, hard to find.
Mount Mordor?
Mount Mortar.
Mount Mortar, okay.
Mortar. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I like that a bit a lot. It's very
so
nice.
Nice. Real good.
Now
type.
book me.
Yeah, a literary hour time from tvtropes.com. I'm looking at the page Freudian Excuse. So this is where they basically an antagonist, a villain type character, someone basically anyone who's doing naughty things then uses their childhood as sort of like an excuse for doing that. Of course, this is a tricky subject because you can also look at that sort of upbringing issue as a reason, not just an excuse, right? But in the sense that, okay, does it really, it's not really an excuse for doing evil things. It's a reason, it's a compounding factor. They call that the Freudian excuse, digging into the childhood to explain sort of the villainistic behavior. So this is notably averted in a book I liked a lot as a teenager. Probably don't like as much now. It is one of those very much like resonates with a lot of teenager books, The Catcher in the Rye, where it's subverted because Holden Caulfield, he shrugs it off. You don't know what his lousy childhood is like. He says, I'm not going to tell you that. I think that my parents were fine, right? I'm not going to go into all that David Copperfield kind of crap is what he says. It's a great line.
Oh, he doesn't want to be a magician?
Not that David Copperfield. The David Copperfield most connected with this other book, which would be A Christmas Carol, right? Yeah. So in there, Scrooge is a jerk, right? Everybody knows Scrooge at the beginning. He's really hating on everybody. How are they going to afford for Timmy's surgery, all that shit? And then goes to Christmas Past. We see that a whole bunch of trauma happened to this dude. Mother died at a young age. His father abandoned him. He got stuck in boarding school, had shitty Christmases, became a workaholic. His fiance realized he cared more about money and left him. And like all this shit happens and it compounded over his life. And kind of like Tyrogue.
Where's Tyrogue's fiance in all this?
Yeah, it was actually that Tauros that he was riding.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, riding? Oh,
yeah,
God.
one last ride. One last swing.
And then at the end of the episode, just like Christmas Carol, Tyrogue looked at the camera and went, God bless us, everyone.
And that's why the bandana was red. Yeah, Christmas color.
Christmas, yeah. All right, let's rate this thing.
This is a 4-pour of the plastic ping pong pitcher of objective rankings. We're going to pull 2 categories at random from the pitcher so that we know how to rank this thing, because truth can only come from a pitcher full of ping pong balls. Kellan, which category are we checking out first this week?
First category will be the episode title.
Okay.
So a Tyrogue Full of Trouble. Not a bad one.
Trouble. What is that supposed to be a play on? Is like a rogue full of trouble something? What am I missing?
I don't think so. I think it's just supposed to be like a tyke, and he's full of trouble, but it's Tyrogue. I don't know. Japanese is Balky and the Karate King Nobuhiko. Let's look through the other languages. Bulgarian, Trouble with Tyrogue. Tyrogue and the Karate King Kyo is Mandarin Chinese. Dutch, a Tyrogue Full of Trouble. European French, The Spoil Sport. German, Tyrogue Kicks Up a Fuss. Hebrew,
Raboots macht Rabats. I don't know if I said that right, but you gotta say that angry.
Tyrogue is Trouble. Hindi, Problem Maker Tyrogue. Italian, The Power of Friendship. Polish, Tyrogue with Problems. Brazilian Portuguese, Tyrogue Full of Trouble. Latin American Spanish, Tyrogue Full of Trouble. And Spain Spanish, Tyrogue with Many Problems. Weak international titles, I would say.
I like Rabats macht Rabats.
I like The Power of Friendship.
Yeah. And then a bunch of them just being like, very Eastern European, straight to the point. Tyrogue is sad.
Yeah.
Problematic Tyrogue. A Tyrogue Full of Trouble. I mean, I like the sound of it. I like the flow of it. It leaves me wanting more because it feels close to like a play on words, but it's not quite beyond like a rogue full of trouble. But yeah. So there's something there. I like the setup. It doesn't quite deliver. 6.9.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm lower. I think it's okay. There's no joke in there, though. It doesn't, like, rhyme or anything, so that's less fun. So I'm going with the 4.6, which overall will be a 5.75 for that.
Not bad.
Second category will be the flavor of the featured Pokemon if it were cooked.
Tyrogue?
I don't really want to eat a Tyrogue.
He's such a human child of a Pokemon.
How do humans taste? Don't we taste like chicken or something?
I don't know, actually. I've never
I don't want to Google that.
No, me either. I don't want to get on like a watch list. I mean, and he's kind of skin and bones, too. He's not a very hardy-looking child. If you're going to eat a child, you want it to be like a Dudley from Harry Potter, right? You want it to be a real full-figured child.
Real Augustus Gloop.
Yeah, exactly.
After he's been bathed in the chocolate and seemingly turned into chocolate.
There's a child you want to eat. I don't
Man,
know
we're creating
about
so
this
many quotes to
Tyrogue.
put on t-shirts. There's a child you want to eat.
That's how I live my life, Kellan. If you're
Oh.
not saying things worth going on t-shirts, then what the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing? I have no idea. 3.4.
Yeah, 2.5. I'll pass.
So that's 2.95 for that overall, a 4.35 for a Tyrogue Full of Trouble. Let's jump to the next episode, which is better named Xatu the Future. So we got a whole lot of trouble on the way to Mahogany here because Team Rocket has dug a hole. Wow.
Oh, and this is quite the whole trap. It's absolutely indivisible. And you can't, see it either.
Here come the twerps. So they're walking down the path. Things seem a little too peaceful. Feels like Team Rocket's up to something. So Ash he jumps right here. Maybe there's something right here. So he jumps up and down.
He's
to see
catching
if there's
on
a hole.
Ish, right? Because he thinks there might be a hole there. And he decides to test the hole. That's risky.
Yeah, I feel like if you think there's a hole there, you don't jump up and down on it.
Yeah, you go around. But he's
Yeah.
like, let's just cut to the point. I'm going to jump.
We're gonna fall
However,
in this
it's
anyway.
not
Let's just do it.
breaking. He is jumping on top of the hole, but this thing was sturdier than usual. Team Rocket watching is like, they broke our hole.
So they casually come out of the bushes being like, we worked so hard on that pitfall, so start falling.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Let's all jump up and down.
And then they fall. Eventually they do all go down.
And boy, oh boy, is this ever a hole. Because they're falling for what is like several seconds. I'm like, how deep is this thing?
They have enough time for them to be like, oh, guys, we should land on our feet. So they change positions to land on their feet. But no one really lands on their feet.
No,
They land on Team
kinda
Rocket.
lands on them. And the last one to drop is the living bowling pin himself, Wobbuffet, who then collapses them even further. This is a hole on top of a hole. They go further down and break through into what appears to be some kind of underground tunnel. First I was like, is this like a subway system? Where are we?
And then a subway comes along, drives right over them. End of the show. Guts
Ooh.
everywhere.
And it was ruled a suicide. So strange.
So this girl comes running along. She's late for a very important date. Then she stops. She's like, wait, who are you? Who the fuck are you? Who are these clowns that have shown up? Motto, prepare for trouble and make it quick. And then she says, I don't have time for this silly shtick. Hey.
Good one.
I like that, yeah.
Cuts him right off. She's like, but I guess you all might as well follow me.
All right, fine, come with me. You see a room with a bunch of Xatu in this, like, I don't know what even to call it. It's got like a bunch of rings with like planets or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it gives like the astronomy. No, what is it called?
Observatory.
Observatory from Majora's Mask. It has that sort of creepy, I don't know, etched in a stone feel with like, oh, this is where science happens.
Mm-hmm. Science. That's what the building says. Just says science
Just
on it.
says science.
This is the building where we do science.
And these mystical birds are all up along it. So they dex Xatu, so we might as well get into the feature Pokemon here, Kellan. Will you tell me a little bit about Xatu?
Xatu, the evolved form of Natu. Basically, Natu's head has a body now.
That's
and
exactly
big
what
wings.
happened. Yeah.
The body grew in.
Kind of a cool design. Is it supposed to be modeled
like a
after
totem
like
pole.
a totem pole? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so nice looking design. Are these things any good? Is it a
They're
psychic
okay.
Pokemon?
Psychic flying, which might
Psychic
seem
flying.
obvious. But they're all right Pokemon, casually. I'm just looking here.
I don't think I've really ever used them. Maybe I tried once and I didn't really like it, I don't think.
I'm seeing here, Xatu name comes from Xat, which is a Native American carved pole. So even the name comes from it.
Cool.
Which is neat. But yeah, no, Xatu, average Pokemon. I like it. I like its design a lot. I think the colors really pop.
Yeah, me too. I'm into that. To me, it's a how you do a sort of like a mystical, surprising kind of banquet Pokemon correctly, right? Like it's the Pokemon that's like, okay, it's just shrouded in mystery, but you're kind of compelled by it. Like it's not full unknown, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a bit better than unknown for how you do a mystical Pokemon.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
it's
getting
neat
at.
because as we see it in the episode, its early animations are like it is just standing there. It is still.
Yep.
Like it in Stadium to it, you hit it and it just kind of rocks back and forth, stiff as a board, and it's like, what the fuck is this thing's problem?
Exactly.
What is this thing doing? And it's very, very weird, very unique in that way.
It's like only partially in this plane of existence. Like its mind is somewhere else. Doing
It's only
something
half
else.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like in the psychic way, not in the I'm a goddamn idiot way.
Not in the Psyduck way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Xatu. We already seen Natu, so we talked a bit about it before. But any questions from the class?
No, that sounds good. So the woman
Cool.
who's leading the gang up there, it conveys that fortune telling is very important to us. I don't quite know who us is yet, but that's interesting. That's apparently what the whole thing with the Xatu is here about fortune telling. Okay. Jessie and Misty are immediately intrigued because, as this show likes to push, women like psychics, right? They always do that. I don't know why.
I'm such an Aries. Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
so
such a Pisces
that's
move.
a gender stereotype that the show inappropriately pushes. But these characters they want to ask for fortunes, right? They're like,
And
we
we
ask
get
for
nothing.
fortunes all the time, we get nothing.
We hear it's always gazing in the past and the future at the same time. That's gotta
cool.
fuck with your brain, man.
Oh yeah, that sounds horrible.
Oh no.
But
this is
that's cool.
Callista. It is cool. This is Callista, the woman. Let's keep going. I like her design. I think she's a very nice design.
She
character.
fits the whole mystique, right?
Yeah.
She is like her clothes kind of remind you of Xatu in a way. They're not the same colors or anything, but then she's got that green hair and pigtails. Yeah, yeah, nice design.
So let's keep going. Jessie wants to hear about her happy future, and Meowth doesn't think that she has one, so no need for the fortune. Up the stairs, Callista takes Xatu 1 and 3 to this stage of some kind where she starts playing Shy Guy Says with the very small crowd.
Yeah, it's her Clefairy says this is what's happening. Yeah. It's a semaphore battle. They're I don't know. They've got like fans. This crowd has like fans, and she's like getting them to wave it in different places, different directions.
Yeah, it was very, very strange. Now it's time for the fortune telling. Tell us the weather forecast, Xatu.
This is why the crowd's here. They're so hyped to learn about the weather.
Okay. They're starting speaking flag language, but Meowth can't translate because he's not in the Coast Guard.
Well, this is good because a little bit earlier in the episode, there was a line about where Meowth's reminding Jessie and James that he can speak Pokemon and human, so he'll translate for the Xatu. And when confronted with it, nope. They speak in flags. Uh-oh.
So they berate him about that, how he can't speak that language. And he's like, I speak one more than you guys. How about that? Which you should always remember when someone's speaking broken English to you, because, how many languages do you speak, fucker?
It's very much every conversation a North American or Canadian or American has with someone from Europe. Right, so you speak how many languages? They're like, only 4. My parents speak 6. So I'm kind of the shit of the valley.
I speak English and like 4 French words that I remember from mandatory French.
Bonjour.
That's about it.
Pamplemousse. Jambon. Jambon.
Ananas, which is
Ananas.
not banana.
Ananas, yeah.
So, well.
Yeah, that's all I got too.
Yeah. Well, what we do have is a question from Alex, the new counselor to Nurse Joys Everywhere. Congratulations on that one.
Wow, really
Alex
going on up.
Yeah, from Team Rocket to Nurse Joy.
Team Rocket's counselor last week? Yeah.
I believe, they were Team Rocket, former Team Rocket counselor. So they've gotten out of Team Rocket, and now they're Nurse Joys, which is, big step up. Alex wants to know, what do you think is the weirdest, craziest fortune, not weather-related, Xatu has given?
Okay, interesting.
I think Xatu gave Roseanne's family the lottery numbers in that last weird season of Roseanne.
Oh, in the whole bizarre fantasy
it was written
dream
as a
thing
novel,
they did. Yeah, I also think that they were projecting Al Gore to win Florida in 2000.
Oh, got that one wrong.
That's when everyone stopped trusting polls.
No, they still trust polls a little too much these days, I think.
Yeah.
Fuck the polls, people. Go vote. That's our lesson of the week.
Yeah, good lesson. Fuck the polls.
Yep.
That sounds bad out of context. We love Polish people.
You're our favorite customers.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we got Roseanne's lottery tickets. We've got Al Gore. I feel like you want to give one more to put this to rest, Kellan.
Of course. I feel like
Gotta
we need
come in threes.
a little more pizzazz here.
Okay, it was Xatu making Switch 2 leaks and rumors daily
shit.
on YouTube for the past 2 years.
Oh, Xatu, I hate you. Just let them reveal it in their own time. Good lord.
A daily Nintendo rumors channel is not a good idea. You should have listened to your parents and gone to law school.
Why do people care about this?
Yeah.
Let it just breathe. You'll get the news eventually. Why do we have to look at leaks all the fucking time? I hate it.
It's an annoying living, but it's an honest one.
It's not honest, I don't think. I wouldn't call it honest. I call it bullshit. That's what I call it.
It's not technically a lie, unless they're lying.
Well, they're kind of lying sometimes. They don't know that they're lying. Because what their prediction is for the weather here, their forecast. If it's not cloudy, it'll be clear with no chance of thunderstorms unless it should rain.
Yeah, that was some psychics in the telephone book bullshit.
Yeah. You will have great fortune someday in the future. Oh.
Yeah, every fortune cookie's like...
Unless you die. Oh.
A chance to be surprised shall happen when it doesn't.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
I think Xatu is actually the one writing all those fortunes in the fortune cookie.
Oh, it sounds like it, because that weather prediction was hilarious.
It's great.
And especially funny because it immediately starts raining, which does negate everything else in it. Because it was, unless it rains.
And so Callista panics. The rain could be a sign the day is here. Actually, the day comes up about 8 a.m., so it's been here for a few hours.
You're midday.
Yeah. So the NHA, she runs into the building, gang chases, Team Rocket stays behind, and the crowd just screams at them to tell them the forecast. And so
Tell us, we're here for the weather, you bitches! I've never seen a crowd so bloodthirsty for the fucking weather.
Yeah, and this crowd is tiny, too. Like, it's never noted, but this crowd is very sparse. There's like maybe 20 people here, and this is a giant, like, theater.
Yeah, that's true. 20 to 30 people. Yeah.
Maybe they fluctuate in and out all day long. Who knows?
I mean, how many people should be there?
Many. It's a giant amphitheater. Okay. But it would be a shame to let this big crowd, as Jesse says, go to waste. So she plays rock, paper, scissors with them and tells them all to do paper. And so they do. And she throws scissors. And she
then
wins.
They all lose, and they're surprised.
There's the door.
It was, this crowd is dumb this crowd is dumb as a bag of nails, Kellan.
I'm so confused. So, and
they've got the collective intelligence of Psyduck.
Yeah, well, maybe even half. They tail the twerps. Callista, she has to hurry. Xatu 2 comes along, and we're at the bottom at the Weather Info Control Center. This is what fortune telling is, apparently.
A
meteorology.
fake Xatu rises up above the fans. They're like, it's the great Xatu. We learned it's an antenna. They can get actual weather forecasts here. They have an actual weather system here.
Team Rocket are running the stairs. Wobbuffet comes out, and they all fall down the stairs. It was just a good moment. Jesse just yells very bluntly, "You are so gone!" to him, which I thought was a great line. And Xatu does the flag thing because it's telling a fortune. Apparently, one of them has the ability to forecast the weather. Brock? Is it Misty? It's not Ash. Maybe it's a Pokemon. No, Xatu said it's not a Pokemon.
It's a human. The gang all says no. This is where Callista's wondering if Xatu 3 is getting too old. But Jessie reveals that they all should be more sensitive because she used to work as a weather girl.
And she wasn't very good at it.
No, we get a flashback of her trying to give weather forecasts, and it's worse than what the Xatu did earlier that day.
Mm-hmm. She was unpredictable, was let go eventually. Unfortunate. Xatu is just sweating. It was looking into her past the whole time without knowing it.
Just went down the Jessie Wikipedia page wormhole and got really frightened. He's like, this is too much to handle, just falls over.
It's seen enough, a bit too complex for it. Just very, very good. And so Callista asks Jessie to read the map. They're like, the data doesn't add up. There's no sign of rain. But it's raining. then it must just be a spritz. Well, let's look at all the data. The
So
Xatu jump up, they all
looking at a
dance.
weekly view of the data. Yeah, the Xatu are all flipping out. What the fuck's going on? And Callista goes back to that whole prophecy mumbo jumbo. It's the day, the prophecy of the flood. Wait, it's tomorrow.
They foretold a disaster of a rain that would rain for days and flood the community. It'll destroy everything, and mine and Xatu's duties will be over. Oh,
yeah,
God.
that's what she's most sad about that she'll have nothing to do if everything gets destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, okay, a wildfire sweeping through town. I've never been like, shit, I won't be able to go to work tomorrow.
If anything, I'm like, oh, nice. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Sweet. But it's difficult to predict the weather. Jesse, looking at the map, thinks that there's only a 1% chance that it's even going to rain. But it doesn't matter to the people. They only live by Xatu's prophecies. But Xatu's been making more and more mistakes lately. Up till now, Callista's been able to convince them that the Xatu up top that is actually just a radar is an actual Xatu, and the data that she's getting is actually a prophecy. But she just can't keep it up, especially if there's this funky shit going on.
Yeah, so she's really sad that people are going to turn on Xatu then. And Jesse asks her, do you believe that Xatu 100% of the time predict the future? And Callista goes in a little philosophical, but because if that was true, like, that'd be horrible. We'd have no hopes, dreams, wishes, right? We'd all be completely controlled. Jessie has had her future read 10,000 times. She's an expert in this. She's gone dice, cards, crystal balls, and women's magazines, the big four of predictions, and they're always wrong. And this is barely a conversation because Callista's just like, I've decided, Xatu is right. I'm like, okay.
What was all this about then?
C, like, I don't know.
Very weird. So she calls out the announcement, attention, a great flood will strike tomorrow. Trust this prophecy, flee with your lives.
And the people are really still believe in Xatu a lot because they just suddenly starts freaking out and they all bring up riches. Okay, I guess that will like old school king kind of stuff, right? Like chalices and rubies,
necklaces, platters, everything that could have value. And Team Rocket sees it all. They're like, ooh.
These are symbols of the people's appreciation. Xatu knows what's coming, so go with Xatu.
Oh, but here comes Delibird. Oh my God, he's back.
Oh, fuck yeah. This is the Team Rocket Delibird. Xatu sees it flying in. Is he going to help with the situation? No, it's here to give a bill of payment. It's Team Rocket's. Jesse and James have to give their first dues back into Team Rocket.
Maybe they could pay him off with the treasure. So they go to it, and they're not.
Actually, I like this motif, Kellan, that there's a Delibird that's Team Rocket's tax man.
It's amazing. It's
who
so
just
good.
Comes a knocking randomly. It's really funny, yeah.
He comes with a bill in his bill, you know?
That's so good.
Or in his bag.
I am proud to have a podcast named after this weird bird narc
so good.
Tax collector.
He's just the best. He's so funny looking. Oh, they go towards the treasure, trying to pay him off with that. But the others are like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? And we get another 2 episodes in a row, a full motto change. I predict that you prepare for trouble. The crystal ball says make a double. To protect the future from devastation, to unite all psychics within our nation. To denounce the evils of non-belief. To read our fortunes from a green tea leaf. Jesse James, Team Rocket searches for mystical truth at the speed of light. Surrender now and tell me your sign, or prepare to fight, fight, fight. That's right. And dilly.
That's 2 in a row where the chants are
completely
thematic.
Different. Yeah.
Well, where they're completely different and they fit
yeah.
the theme of the episode. So,
yeah,
man, I'm on a Team Rocket high. That's the link this week, that the Team Rocket chants fit the theme of the episode.
Yeah. They tell Delibird, hey, we'll get you your payment, but you have to help us battle first. So it's present time. They command present. He rains down bombs. The Xatu prepare for battle. Wheezing, smoke screens. Delibird just keeps presenting. Wheezing cuts the smog, and the Xatu are still just standing there. They saw the future. They were able to avoid all of the present bombs. Seems overpowered to me. But,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, because they can predict the future. But we learned before, they're not always right all the time. But here we go. The Xatu just caught the balls, and then they somehow, absorbed the energy from them.
Well, it healed them. Present healed them. That's how present works. Sometimes it heals.
Oh, they didn't explain that, though. They were just like, Xatu somehow absorbed it.
They explained it in the Delibird episode, and so they expected you to remember that.
Heal. Gotcha.
Because if they explained it all again, I would have ripped my hair out. Like, you just talked about this, Brock. Why are you bringing it
Right.
up again? No, I like this from the show. But no, they saw the future, that these were good presents, and so they caught them. And now that they have been restored, a Delibird's a little confused. A present falls out of the bag. It's a real big one. They go blasting off again. And the Xatu dance.
Oh, they got a new message. The prophecy has changed. The flood is actually coming today, Kellan.
Oh God! There's this like triumphant music as they do the flag dance, and then it turns into this really tense music as prophecy changes. Inside, we see the weather thing, and it just got a big question mark. The computer has no
the
fucking
computer
clue.
monitor just has a question mark.
Yeah.
Data cannot be explained.
Xatu says to leave now, and you'll be all right. They love predicting the future, but it's best. We got a whole life lesson, but it's best to use it to guide your lives, not live by it. You know.
Mhm. Yeah.
Don't use it for decisions and whatnot.
But get away from here, so do.
But get
And then there's a blue glow happening, and they teleport, okay? And then the gang teleports too, just as water is filling up the area.
And it's very, very somber, emotional as the water rises to the top of this theater temple place, washes away all the treasure, and it's so sad and somber. And then we get the heel turn of the century when we go to the interstitial that comes up near the end of the episode, where the Pokemon logo comes up and it goes, "I'm on a master quest, Pokemon." It's a very quick change of emotion here.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, it's as good as back in the day with Dragon Ball Z, where like YTV had to Dragon Ball Z like between episodes, like no matter what was happening, it was just. And commercials back then were so like violently in your face, like remember Nerf commercials? They were so intense. Anyways,
that is
childhood TV.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff. I miss that era of TV. It was wonderful. At a river, we see Callista. Her next plan, she's going to go to the city and become a weather reporter. The sun shines.
At the river, is this not like the water has filled up the ravine?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But there's just like a bunch of very quick scenes here. Every time the scene faded, I was like, okay, this is the end of the episode. We're getting the to be continued, and we didn't.
I know, it's like Lord of the Rings here. Like there's like 10 endings.
So then at sunset, Team Rocket, they're at the temple trying to dig for these treasures as Delibird watches them. He won't help. He's not here to help. He's here to collect. He just waves the bill at them. It's like, pay this fucking shit.
So he's going to leave if they're not paying. He's going to come back to collect later.
And they gotta dig for these treasures. They're like, oh, we gotta dig, blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe we could use a Xatu to tell us if they'll be rich. Oh, let's run away. There was a lot of dialogue here I didn't feel like writing down, so I don't really know how we got to point B, but whatever.
That was what I got out of it, too.
Yeah. And then the to be continued comes up. Oh, psych. No, there's still one more scene. Callista, we see here on the TV. She's reporting the weather. She made it. Hopefully she's better than Jessie, as the gang heads to Mahogany. And that's the episode.
Well, Kellan, I think it's probably one of your favorite types of literary hours. It's biblical hour.
Yay!
Let's get one obvious one out of the way.
Let's get biblical.
Flooding, right? Noah, flooding. Okay, there's a flood, blah, blah, blah.
I remember that one.
But I think a more interesting one here's the Book of Job. And the trope that we're looking at that aligns with the Book of Job, tvtropes.com calls from bad to worse. So this is like just when things look shitty, they get shittier. And that's what the whole Book of Job is about. I don't know if you remember this one. I mostly remember the South Park version of the Book of Job. There is a full episode of South Park, Kellan, that is just the Book of Job told in its entirety. And if you've never seen that, you should go watch that episode because it's fucking awesome. Yeah, and it's basically the Book of Job, according to South Park, is basically where Satan and God are arguing about, like, God's followers. And Satan's like, people wouldn't love you, like, if their lives weren't good. And God was like, yeah, they would. So his most devout follower, Job, he just starts doing shitty stuff to him, right? He makes him sick, and then he, like, kills family members, and then he, like, makes his farm suffer and all. He just keeps sending him curses. But Job keeps loving God and never denies him, okay? So then, because God's like, see, I can just shit all over Job and he still loves me, Satan. Neener, neener, neener. Yeah, and that's the Book of Job. So it's just things keep getting progressively worse even when they look really bad. Just like how how the prophecy keeps moving up and then the flood rolls in.
My favorite part of the Book of Job is when Job said, "They're illusions, Michael. A trick is something a whore does for money. Or cocaine."
Man, Arrested Development's so funny.
He's so good. I love it. It's such a great show.
Illusions, Michael.
Illusion, Michael. You never had time for my illusions, Dad.
Yeah, that's the real Book of Job, is the final countdown, just played over and over.
Will Arnett is just brilliant.
Yeah, funny stuff.
It's very funny. Put that show on the list, too. All right, let's rank this thing and get out of here, shall we?
Yes, please. For poor time again. What category can we look at first for this Xatu the Future episode?
Well, our first category will be the originality.
Ooh, okay. Well, this isn't the first sort of like prophetic Pokemon we've seen.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a lot of fucking prophecies in this show, isn't there?
And there's a lot of prophecies. This is the first time that we've seen Pokemon used as weather forecasters. So that part's unique, but it's also shitty
it isn't,
weather.
Because Hoppip can fly on the wind,
yeah,
remember?
Hoppip, yeah.
So that's not even original. It just kind of feels original with how weird it is.
I think maybe that's it. And it's weird in a way where I was like waiting for explanations. Like Callista never says that like she's part of like a ancient society or like a people or anything.
Mm-hmm.
There just happens to be this weird mystical, I don't even know what it is, like ruin carved into a mountain where these psychic birds talk about the weather and in an amphitheater that like looks like the Roman Colosseum. Like what is going on?
Yeah, she says she's the 13th generation of her people, but she's the only of her people that we see.
Yeah.
Which is very weird and
everybody
confusing.
Else is dead.
They're all
everybody else just gave up. They have day jobs.
Yeah, there's I don't know. There's nothing I can really point out that's like, oh, that was different. That was new.
Yeah, just the vibe of
it's just the feel. So that gives it a few for me. So
yeah,
4.4.
So it's somewhat original, but yeah, not that strong. 3.9.
3.9. That's a 4.15 for originality. Final category of the day. Oh, it's the power of friendship. Now, that would have been a better one for last episode.
Yeah, definitely. Especially since one of the titles of the last episode was the
power of friendship. There's not a lot of friendship going on here.
No, I mean, I think that Callista's friends with the Xatu, but that's not really how they communicate things. It's not really explained in terms of friendship, more in strange time dilation powers. So, oof, I don't know about this one, Kellan. It's not a very friend-focused episode. It's too abstract.
And there's no, like Pikachu doesn't... How did Team Rocket even go... Oh, it's Delibird that blasts him off by accident. So it's not even, like, Ash and Pikachu team up. Pikachu's not really a player in this one.
I think in some sort of a... It's a stretch, but there is a slight way here where, like, okay, Xatu does save everyone at the end. They teleport them out, and I do think that although it's gussied up as this like mystical power forecasting future telling thing, I think they just wanted to save the people.
Yeah.
Right, because it's like the flood was actively coming at them when they did it, basically. I think that was actually an act of friendship.
Yeah, the ending where they're like talking about how you shouldn't live your life by prophecy and stuff and use it to guide. I think that's like, friend talk, heart to heart kind of stuff, but it doesn't really give me much. I'm going 2.
Yeah, 3. Give it 3.
That's 2.5 overall for Xatu the Future. It's 3.325. Weak.
That one got shit knifed.
Oh boy, rough week this week. But that's it for this week.
Kellan, tell me about next week. You think that one could do a little bit better by the 4-4?
Maybe, because next week we got something a little different. We're not going to be looking at 2 regular episodes. We're going to kick off what becomes the start of Pokemon Chronicles with The Legend of Thunder, which is like a 3-part special that released around this time. It's a few episodes late, but it doesn't really matter. But it is a tiny little side series, these 3 episodes, based on some new characters. There's no Ash in the gang, but some characters will make a return into the main series. So there are things that we will see Ash and the gang encounter. but it will be an interesting ride in The Legend of Thunder, or in Japanese, Pocket Monsters, Crystal, Raikou, Legend of Thunder.
Okay, so that's
Not
compiled
a great
as a
name.
special, a
Yes.
3-part special.
Mm-hmm.
You look for it on various places. Not exactly sure where it's can be found officially, but I'm looking at a version that has all 3 parts compiled as like a 1-hour like mini movie base.
This is essentially will be just a triple, but a weird triple because it's totally
triple,
different.
kind of like a movie coverage thing. So check it
Yeah.
out. Legend of Thunder. Is this have to do with the third beast that we haven't met
Yes.
yet? Ooh,
This is the third beast.
that's good.
Well, I mean, technically the second, because again, that Entei in the third movie wasn't real. But the real
right.
Entei will get its day later.
Right, Daddy Entei. We call that
Daddy
one Daddy
Entei.
Entei.
Yeah. Well, you call him Daddy Entei.
Oh, yes, I do, Kellan.
I want nothing. I want no part of that.
Yeah, you're anti-daddy.
It's fucking weird, man.
Okay. I just think it's perfectly fine when you call a made-up mystical dog beast man who kidnaps hot moms daddy. I think that's fine.
Okay. Well, I'll let you have that.
Okay.
Yeah, you do you.
Well, thanks everyone for listening, especially getting through that last sentence.
Mhm.
This has been Kill A Delibird. If you're watching on YouTube, youtube.com/HydraLeech. Please leave your comments down below. We love engaging with y'all. Like and subscribe, all of that nonsense. You can find a podcast on audio only on various platforms, Spotify, etc. If you want to reach us, killaddelibird@gmail.com. We're also on Blue Sky. Handle is @2killadelibird. If you want to send in questions for the next episode, there's a Google form linked in the description you can use to send us questions. Intro and outro music is 80 Synthwave by Alexi Action. You can find Kellan on TikTok, HydraLeeches, where he's got a series of very shorts. And then twitch.tv/HydraLeech. Been still doing some Pokemon Coliseum, I think. What's going on Twitch, Kellan?
Well, by the time this episode drops, because we're doing this one really early, Coliseum should be done, and I'm away for about a week or so for Easter and other things, and when I come back, we should kick off a Pokemon Blaze Black Volt White Nuzlocke.
Ooh,
that should
yes,
be very
ROM
fun.
hack. That sounds like a blast. I'm not familiar with that at all, so I'd like to learn. And then finally, there is a Patreon linked down below. Kellan plugged it earlier. It's basically just a tip jar. There's a little bit of nonsense, but if you're looking for a way to support the channel financially, that would be your option. All right, Kellan, anything else?
What did we learn today?
The power of friendship is listening to the past, reflecting on the future, and not talking, but using flags.
I learned that that's very nice.
2006 peak comedy
2006. Yeah, baby. My wife. I have
How
to
old
say,
were you in 2006? Like 7?
7, yeah. I have to say, you're a white man, and you've said the words "my wife" many times on this podcast, and you've never done a Borat impression. And for that, I have to dock you white boy points. It's not good. Not okay.
Does that mean I'm a person of color now?
No.
Did you just make me a minority?
No, I'm just saying you're less white. You're not as white as you need to be.
Idiocracy came out that year. Click. Nacho Libre. Accepted. Talladega fucking Nights. Stranger Than Fiction. Night at the Museum. This was actually a good year, Kellan.
The wild year. She's the Man. Weird movie these days.
Yeah, that's true. John Tucker Must Die. Kellan, there were comedies that year. Holy fuck. We don't get that number of movies anymore.
No, we don't. There has been talk about, we don't get these like big blockbuster comedies these days. And it's a real shame. Because when they're good, they're good. But a lot of them aren't good. Accepted, that one's fun.
Yeah, well, there's no DVD sales anymore. Yeah, Accepted's good. Ask me about my wiener. Yeah, Talladega Nights was it's a little annoying, but it was a big comedy.
Yeah. I mean, all those Will Ferrell movies were.
Yeah.
Was John C. Reilly was in that one too, so.
Yes.
Of course. All of those.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Anyway.
Little Miss Sunshine. Clerks 2, Kellan. Clerks
oh my God.
fucking 2. Oh.
Date
that's
movie.
So good.
I'm sure that one's great.
I don't know that one.
Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
Tenacious D came out in 2006. Oh my God. 2006 might be one of the top comedy years. Kellan, wait for this one. Happy fucking Feet.
Oh, hell yeah,
Happy
baby.
Feet came out 2006.
Happy Feet.
Holy shit. Well, let me know what your favorite 2006 comedy is down below, and let's move on. let's end this podcast. Grandma's Boy. Fucking Grandma's Boy, Kellan.
You know what else came out in 2006?
What?
Let's bring it back. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, baby.
Twilight Princess. See ya, 2006 time.
Ooh.